Machine and equipment operators often work with or near complex, powerful, and potentially dangerous machinery and equipment. When this is the case, it is only the operator's safety attitude, combined with the proper use of machine guarding and safety devices, that provides a safe barrier between vulnerable body parts and the dangerous components of moving machinery. When used properly, the various types of machine guarding and safety devices allow operators to perform their jobs safely and efficiently. Unfortunately, many operators choose to cheat, defeat, or override these types of safety devices, often resulting in severe injury or death. This is why you, as a machine or equipment operator, have a responsibility to respect the power of your equipment and the hazards it can present. Let's first discuss the point of operation. This is where a machine performs its work, such as cutting, drilling, bending, punching, or other actions. Coming into contact with a machine's action near its point of operation can cause horrific injuries. In addition to the machine's action at the point of operation, there are often other moving parts that present hazards. For example, feed mechanisms and conveyors that move stock or materials, as well as belts, chains, gears, and similar components can all present serious hazards to machine and equipment operators. And finally, operators should understand that the immediate area around any operating machinery may be subject to flying debris, falling objects, sparks, harmful light, or other hazards caused by the machine's operation. When any of these types of hazards cannot be eliminated through the engineering design of the machine or equipment itself, then machine guards, safety devices, protective equipment, and safe work practices must be used to control the operator's exposure to the hazards. Before we talk in detail about machine guarding and safety devices, let's first review some common safe work practices all operators should follow to prevent injuries. First, you must be trained and authorized to operate each machine you intend to use. Attempting to operate tools, equipment, or machines with which you are not familiar can quickly lead to an injury. Safe machine operation requires your undivided attention. You simply cannot allow distractions to cause you to lose focus on your work. It only takes a brief moment of inattention for an injury to occur. Operators must always practice good housekeeping. For example, eliminating excess materials and debris from near the point of operation can help prevent flying debris hazards. And keeping walkways and work areas clear of tripping hazards can prevent a trip or fall, which can be very dangerous near running machinery. Be aware that long hair, loose clothing, and jewelry should not be worn around any type of moving machinery or equipment. These types of items can easily get past a guard and into the moving parts of running equipment, where they can easily become entangled and pull you into the machine's action, or quickly amputate a finger or detach a scalp. Be aware that gloves can also become an entanglement hazard and should not be worn when operating machinery unless the material being handled is sharp and presents a greater hazard. Check with your supervisor before wearing gloves near any moving equipment. Always maintain an awareness of where you are placing your hands and avoid placing them near the point of operation or any type of in-running nip point or material feed. Whenever possible, use push sticks or other approved tools to feed material or retrieve parts from the machine. Always guard against complacency. Don't allow the routine nature of certain tasks to lull you into a false sense of security around machine hazards. We will next discuss the two types of traditional machine guarding: fixed guarding and adjustable guarding, starting with fixed guarding. Fixed guards are stationary protectors that are difficult to remove and are primarily used to shield workers from hazardous areas that seldom require access, such as a machine's drivetrain. These types of fixed guards are constructed in such a manner that an employee's body parts either cannot pass through any openings, or if body parts can pass through, the guard's design will prevent the worker from coming close enough to contact the hazard. If you feel a fixed guard doesn't provide enough protection and may allow you or a coworker to contact the hazard, report your concerns to your supervisor. Also, if you discover a fixed guard that has been removed, damaged, or tampered with, do not operate the machine. Report the hazardous condition to the proper authority so it may be repaired or replaced. Qualified workers who are following proper lockout-tagout procedures are the only ones authorized to remove fixed guarding. This is typically limited to repair or maintenance operations. In some instances, fixed guarding may interfere with a machine's action or operation. When this is the case, some type of adjustable guarding is commonly used. Some types of adjustable guarding will adjust automatically while work is being performed. This allows maximum protection for the operator while not limiting the movement of the machine or tool. Operators should never remove or impede the movements of these types of adjustable guards. This is just asking for trouble. Other types of adjustable guards must be positioned manually by the operator prior to operating the machine. The proper adjustment of manual guarding will allow the material to enter into the point of operation while preventing the operator's hand or other body parts from contacting the hazard. To be effective, adjustable guarding must be set carefully and correctly before operation begins. If you have any questions about the proper adjustment of the guarding on your tools, machine, or equipment, stop working and check with your supervisor. Remember that machine guarding is in place to prevent injury. Never remove, cheat, or defeat any type of machine guarding. Let's now discuss a safety issue related to machine guarding: electrical interlocks. Electrical interlocks are often used in combination with machine guarding to better protect employees. Electrical interlocks are designed to prevent a machine from operating any time a machine guard is not in its proper position. Never disable or defeat these safety interlocks. Operators who override interlocks to manipulate guarding often suffer injury. Also, do not use this type of interlock switch as a substitute for performing a proper lockout-tagout. Only a complete lockout of the machine's power sources will provide adequate protection to perform repairs or maintenance. In addition to machine guarding, there are other types of safety devices used to protect workers from the hazards of machinery. Light curtains use various types of light beams directed into photoelectric sensors to detect the presence of an object. If an object, such as an operator's hand, interferes with one of these light beams, a switch is tripped, shutting down the machine. This is why light curtains and other photoelectric devices must be inspected and tested often. It's a good idea to test each beam of a light curtain at the beginning of your shift. Always use a device approved by your organization to test a light curtain. Never attempt to place a body part into the point of action as a means to test a light curtain. Another type of presence sensing device are those that are activated by the presence or absence of a predetermined amount of pressure. Pressure-sensitive mats are often used in narrow or cramped areas near a machine's point of operation to prevent a worker from standing in the danger zone. When a worker steps onto the mat, the machine will shut down. Of course, like all other types of guarding and safety devices, operators who are determined to be unsafe may be able to cheat the system and find a way to outsmart these types of safety devices. But always remember that these devices are installed for your protection, and trying to outsmart them is not really very smart at all. As a machine or equipment operator, you have a responsibility to use the information you have learned today in combination with your site-specific training to always work safely around the equipment and machinery in your workplace. I'm Tom Clark. Work safe, be safe.